I found it very interesting listening to the conversations and listening to the guest speakers that doesn't matter where we are in the world, we share the same opportunities, we have the same challenges to face, that we have so much in common. Even though we're in different countries and the library systems might be different, but we as professionals still need to think about the same issues all around the world. And I guess that was highlighted when we did the IFLA Global Vision project, that when we surveyed so many people and they all were saying the same thing and that we share the same values and goals. So today what was coming out was around advocacy, and this is very typical of conversations everywhere around how can we advocate for libraries, what should we be doing, what's the best techniques to be using, how do we convince our stakeholders that libraries are a worthwhile thing and need more funding, and just the techniques of doing that. Again, the same issues come up in many countries. How do we retain those young professionals? How do we keep them interested in being a librarian? How can we change the image of what a librarian is so that it attracts these young people? And I particularly was delighted to see the students here today. They were so young and so enthusiastic and so excited to be here. And to see that energy coming through from young people is just so nice. Every library association has to grapple with how do we fund ourselves, what percentage of our income should come from membership, where can we get more money, what should we be doing. So I felt very optimistic that the conversations today were the start, and it was really good to see people so engaged, and I'm sure that the information that's gained from today will really help the Russian Library Association and the other associations in Russia move forward. I think it's interesting the way that this library is organised. I love this downstairs area. It's just so friendly and welcoming when you come in, and sitting over in the cafe having lunch and surrounded by books, and in this beautiful area here, it really is a lovely library. And but I think and the way that the rooms are set up, so each language has its own room. It's a really nice concept. They're very friendly places, and I'm also impressed that the management here understand that everything needs to be renewed, and that we can't just leave things as they were. You can't just fix it once. But it seems to me this library is in a constant state of renewal and reinvention. And so probably my favourite space is an empty space that I see all the potential for, and that's the exhibition area upstairs, where you can see the bones of the new exhibition space. You can see how wonderful it's going to be. The Gutenberg Bible, the press, the replica of that. It's such good fun, and for the people that came for the library night, obviously they thought the same too. And so I think that this library is engendering a real sense of excitement. I think the first thing that struck me was how big your libraries are, and. The State Library of Russia, for example, is the second largest library in the world, and it's an enormous library. What struck me too was the breadth and the richness of the collections, that you have so many items and they are so historical, and they give so much insight into how important literature, knowledge, books are to Russian people. That really struck me. I'm also interested that I guess I saw the challenges too related to those two things, the size of the library and the size of the collection, that the other side of that is that it takes a lot to maintain them.